do you think about when you hear the word welfare? Do you know what welfare is? Do you know the percentage of Americans on welfare? Today I'm going to talk to you about why it should be mandatory to drug test those on welfare. First, I will talk about why using illegal drugs while on welfare is an issue. And second, I will talk about the solutions. And finally, I will talk about actions you as an individual can take. So let's get started with the problem. According to CNC News, 35% of Americans are on welfare. 20% of Americans are using illegal drugs while on welfare. This is an issue because only 15% of Americans on welfare aren't using drugs and using welfare to get themselves back on their feet. The 20% who are on welfare are using illegal substances stay on welfare for the longest time. Another reason why this is an issue is because taxpayers put their money towards welfare for those in need to get the extra help eventually getting back on their feet, not for those who use illegal drugs. Now let's talk about some solutions to this problem. The first one we could do is drug test those who create suspicion, or we could just make it mandatory to drug test everybody on welfare. Yes, this does cost more money for taxpayers, but doing this will eliminate that 20% who use illegal drugs while on welfare, so it will help save money in the long run. Not only that, but this will also give some a wake-up call when they test positive, making some clean up and use welfare without the drugs, thus helping them get back on their feet and off welfare. 13 states out of 50 have begun drug testing those on welfare and have seen results. Although the results aren't huge in some states, it makes a difference and saves money in the long run. Lots of companies require mandatory drug tests for applicants or if there is a suspicion with an employee. Those on welfare or applying for welfare should expect the same. Finally, let's get started on some action steps you can take to make your voice heard. One, you can attend a protest. Attending this is a great way to get your voice to be heard. Another thing you could do is, if you know someone who's receiving government assistance and using illegal substances, try to persuade them to quit using the illegal substance. Doing this will help the person and lessen the percentage of those using illegal drugs while receiving government assistance. The last thing you can do is start a petition. This is another great way to get your voice to be heard. To conclude, today I've talked to you about why it should be mandatory to drug test those on welfare. I told you the issues as for why it is a problem, gave solutions, and explained action steps you as a person can take to make your voice heard.